Welcome to our quick tour of the United Kingdom. In just the next few minutes, we're going to clear up some common mix-ups, check out its famously unpredictable weather, and even uncover some inventions that literally changed the world.
All right, let's just dive right in with a question that trips a lot of people up. I mean, you hear these two names all the time, right? But believe it or not, they don't actually mean the same thing. So let's break it down. Great Britain is really a geographical term. It's the name of the big island that's home to England, Scotland, and Wales. But the United Kingdom, well, that's the political state, the actual country. It includes everyone on Great Britain plus Northern Ireland. So think of it this way. One is the land, the other is the nation. Okay, let's start from the ground up and take a look at the land itself and its famous, or maybe infamous, weather. The UK covers about 94,000 square miles. To give you some perspective, that's roughly the size of the state of Oregon. But packed into that space is this incredible variety of landscapes. You've got flat, rolling plains down south and these rugged, really impressive mountains up north. The UK has what's known as a temperate climate. And really, all that means is that it's generally pretty mild. You get cool winters and warm summers, but it hardly ever gets super hot or bitterly cold, which is kind of surprising for a place so far north. So yeah, the UK's weather is famously unpredictable. All that rain is what keeps the countryside so incredibly green. But there's a secret weapon at play, a warm ocean current called the Gulf Stream. It acts like this giant natural radiator, keeping the climate so mild that London's winters are often warmer than Moscow's, even though London is further north. So what's daily life actually like for the millions of people who call the UK home? Let's take a look. Well, for starters, the education system is very structured. School is mandatory from age 5 all the way up to 16. You start in primary school, and then you move on to secondary school for your teenage years, which is kind of like a mix of middle school and high school in the US. Now, at the end of all that compulsory schooling, students take a whole series of major national exams called GCSEs. And these results are a really big deal. They pretty much determine your next steps, like what kind of advanced courses you can take, or even what jobs you can apply for. And to get around, there's this huge network of motorways that connect all the major cities. But public transport is a massive part of life, from the fast trains that link different towns to those iconic red double-decker buses you see everywhere. And in London, there's one system that's famous all over the world. The Tube. It's the nickname for London's enormous underground railway. It's actually one of the oldest and busiest in the world, and it is absolutely essential for moving millions of people around the capital city every single day. Now, let's get into the stuff that gives the UK its unique personality, the passions, the tastes, and the creativity that really define its culture. Sport is a huge part of the UK's identity. Football, or soccer, as some of you might know it, is the undisputed king. There are passionate fans in every single town. Then you've got cricket, which is a more strategic game and kind of the traditional sound of the summer. And of course, the intense physical teamwork of rugby. And when it comes to food, some traditional meals are basically national institutions. You've got fish and chips, the classic takeaway for a Friday night. There's the full English breakfast, which is this massive, hearty meal designed to fuel you for the entire day. And the Sunday roast. That's a cherished weekly tradition that brings the whole family together. In the arts, the UK's impact on the world has been massive. This is especially true for literature. I mean, think about writers like William Shakespeare. He didn't just write famous plays, he actually helped invent and shape the modern English language that billions of us speak today. And the exact same thing is true for music. From bands like the Beatles and the Rolling Stones back in the 60s, all the way to the superstars of today, British artists have consistently been at the very forefront of global pop and rock, creating sounds and styles that influence music all over the world. So finally, let's look at how the UK's past has shaped its present, and how this incredible legacy of innovation keeps driving it forward. The UK's history goes back thousands of years. You can still see glimpses of it in mysterious ancient monuments like Stonehenge. Then the Romans showed up and built organized cities and roads. But things really accelerated in the 1800s when the UK became the world's first industrial nation, an event that completely reshaped modern life forever. And this history is just packed with incredible scientific breakthroughs. The steam engine, which was developed there, literally powered the Industrial Revolution and changed how we all work and travel. And at the same time, British thinkers were changing how we understand the world itself, with mind-blowing ideas like the theory of evolution. And you know what? This tradition of innovation continues right into our modern era. In fact, the World Wide Web, the system you're probably using to watch this right now, was invented by a British scientist. It completely transformed how all of us connect and share information.
So, from steam power all the way to the web, the UK has this history of big ideas that have a huge global impact. It really makes you wonder, doesn't it? What major breakthrough might be just around the corner?